Well, well, well. Looks like Janet is at it again. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chelsea. I'm just a lady with a camera, a bulldog, and too many opinions. It's gonna be really sad the day where I just say I'm a lady with a camera and too many opinions. Anyways, this is off to a depressing start. Let's keep going. Hold on, I need to get professional. This is not sponsored by Poppy. I wish. I heard they pay really well. And I do love me some Poppy. Y'all ever put Casamigos in this? You guys, with some homemade raspberry simple syrup. Girl, it's so good. Guess who is at it again? It is Janet. Janet is who we call a menace, but it is Janette Brun of Brun IP Law. She is the TikTok lawyer. You've probably seen all of these videos about her. And many people have covered her. I did a very long deep dive on her. Literally a movie. She was a feature-length production. Thank you, Ethan, for doing that. That was before we had Kelly, my researcher, and we were very tired. The plot truly does thicken with Janette Brun. So we call her Janet because she sucks and we don't like her. And she's a menace to society, in my opinion. Now, again, all of this is my own opinion. I am not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Dear God, could you imagine if it was legal advice? Yikes. So all my own opinion, my own experience with Janette Brun. I do have my own experience with her, unfortunately. But fortunately, YouTube has sided with me for said things. Now, the lore with Janet is deep and thick. That's what she said. So Janette Brun really came onto the scene, just to give you a quick little recap, in let's say 2023. And this is due to her allegedly actively having videos, accounts, Reddit pages, TikTok videos, all of the things taken down for copyright infringement, when that's not how that works, due to fair use clause that is in copyright law. So meaning if you're giving commentary, the news, to put it very simply, things like that, if you're commentating on something and, like referencing to it and making it transformative and transforming the content itself, then okay, it is seen as fair use and you can use that. You can't just repost someone else's content. I've had some people be like, oh, well, you can't really talk about that because you've done copyright strikes and copyright takedowns. That is correct. If someone has reposted my content and not added commentary to it, then yes, I'm going to have that taken down. For instance, I've even said in a video one time to this girl who absolutely hates me, there's many of them, I even said, yeah, I had that taken down. Just add a voiceover commentary to it and just pause the video every now and then I can't take it down. Literally giving this person pointers on how to talk shit about me better. Just do that, girl, because then I won't take it down, because then it is transformative. You're adding commentary, but you can't just re-upload my own content. That's not okay. And if someone was doing that to one of Janet's clients, then yeah, I would be on the side of what is right. The law isn't always right. Sometimes it is flawed. These certain social media platforms, their reporting systems are sometimes flawed. Thankfully, YouTube usually is better than other social media platforms. For instance, my Instagram at 40,000 followers just got taken down falsely. Of course, I'm not out here showing my titties. If I was, I'd have a lot more followers. But with that, it was mass reported by trolls, goblins, I don't know who, and taken down, unfortunately. But here we are. If you'd like to follow me over on Instagram, I will have that link down below. My new Instagram is totally not CCSUAREZ. That is the whole username, totally not CCSUAREZ. It says I'm a grocery store because aren't we all? So when it comes to Janette Brun, she really, again, like I said, came up on the scene due to her being called out for taking down videos, allegedly harassing people, allegedly all of these things. And it seems like for the first time, the people that she was going after on behalf of her clients were actually speaking up and being like, no, I'm not going to shut up. And thank God for that. So she, unfortunately, on behalf of another one of her clients, Lauren the Mortician, she is now in a lawsuit regarding defamation against 2 TikTok creators and then also a YouTube podcast channel that I was about to say Here for the Clout. That's my podcast. The Do We Know Them podcast with Jesse and Lily. So that is being drawn out, but it appears that Janette Brun has been doing this for years, and that sucks. So recently, Shelly Sahi, the owner of Shai Cosmetics, she's also on TikTok as well. She has a smaller YouTube channel. She's actually come out and said that she's been in a 2.5-year legal battle with Janette. And it's completely drained her resources, drained her money. And that's why she's talking about it publicly now, because she wants to keep fighting it and she really needs help and she needs to crowdsource it. And it looks like she has made a GoFundMe, and I will have that linked below. Please, 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 please help her. If you are able to, please do. I'm hoping that other creators talk about this too so that we can help her. But it's so sad. And I will have Shelly's video and her YouTube page linked down below as well. But basically the synopsis here, and we'll cut to her a little bit too during this video, but please go watch the full video. It's 3 hours long, and holy does she come with receipts. It is wild. Like, it's crazy. So Shelly had been releasing products with Shai Cosmetics, and what happened was her cosmetics company had released a few products that were then copied by bigger cosmetic companies. And this has happened not only to her, but to seemingly a good amount of smaller indie brands. And it sucks. It really does suck when that happens, because unfortunately the smaller brands usually can't afford to actually fight it. And what can happen is that if it gets enough traction, the court of public opinion will be on the side of the indie brand, and then the company will apologize or whatever. And there's a lot of companies that have been caught doing that, and it sucks. So Shelly didn't know what to do. Shai Cosmetics, and it happened like twice now, where companies had copied the concept, let's say, of the products that she had already been selling, and she didn't know what to do. So allegedly, Janette Brun, Janet, if you will, ended up in Shelly's DMs and was like, hey, I can help you, blah, blah, blah. And so she started going over everything with her, using some legalese. And Shelly said that Janette and her really like kind of grew to be friends, and that she was there for her for a lot of things that was happening. And I'm not saying that you can't have like a more friendly professional relationship with your colleagues, with the people who you've hired, people who work for you, but there has to be that boundary. And it does seem, in my opinion, and from things that I've heard, that Janette Brun might be like having a history of blurring those lines. And I really feel like that is a way, in my opinion, that she's able to possibly like manipulate the clients and have them think like, oh, well, she's also my friend. So, you know, like she's also my friend and she wouldn't do this to me. And like, this is what I have to do. And that's just really unfortunate. So Shelly had wanted to find someone who could work for her on contingencies. Now, you might be familiar with the word contingency, like when you are looking to buy a new house, right? That's like the first thing I think of. You know, you're buying a house and then you also have to sell your house to be able to have the money to buy this house, right? That is a nightmare, by the way. That's why we moved into an apartment when we sold our house, because we got an offer we couldn't refuse, and we were like, okay, there's nothing out there that we like right now. Let's move into an apartment for 6 months. It sucked. It was awful. I hated it. But it's okay now. We're in a beautiful house and I love it so much. Our offers that we were making were contingent, and those aren't like the best offers, because then the sellers are like, oh, so I have to wait? You buying this is contingent on something. So it's, I don't even know how to explain it. I could just Google it. But anyways, you're only getting paid if XYZ happens. So you're only having this person buy your house if their own house sells, right? And then with a lawyer, the lawyer is only getting paid off of, you know, the casework if the client wins the case. So it's kind of like how with, oh my God, I should totally have this video sponsored by Morgan & Morgan. I don't think I have a deal with them coming up, but that'd be really funny if I did. But like in the Morgan & Morgan ad reads or Morgan & Morgan commercials, whatever, it's literally the same thing. The billboard, whoever will say, and we only get paid if you win, right? So things like that, which is good. That's nice. That's great. And as Shelly explains, the contingency agreement is usually like a certain percentage of whatever winnings. And that's great. However, in like this specific case, I personally, like when I first heard that, I was like, oh, why would she have done that? It does seem like from what Shelly was saying that she, meaning Janette, was tacking on a bunch of other things. And we've heard from Janette's other clients that they have even said in TikTok videos, like, yeah, she gets this taken down. She gets this taken down. She gets this taken down. Even Gabby Egan was on a video saying like, oh yeah, she is like draining my bank account and blah, blah, blah. But she was saying it in like a tongue-in-cheek, like kind of silly way where like it wasn't like a bad thing. And that's crazy. And I even said in one of my videos about her, like, y'all better be looking at those like line items of what she's charging you for, because that sounds crazy. That sounds insane. And even in that one little snippet we watched of Gabby Egan, who's also a TikToker, she even said like, oh yeah, my lawyer sent us lunch. And it's like, girl, you paid for that. You know that's a line item. It might not be, I don't know, but like I found that to be really funny. They had agreed, like in writing, not necessarily, I don't think it was like signed. It might have been, I could have just been misunderstanding it. Again, please go watch Shelly's video. I've watched it twice now. I watched it on 1.75 speed because it's long, but you can still understand it at that speed. From what I'm seeing on there, like they had agreed upon doing it on contingency. And then afterwards, Janette, it seems like, was trying to get Shelly to then sign these other contracts and like updated clauses to where Janette would be able to turn around, like finding like loopholes and stuff to where she'd be able to either like pull out or do billable hours for whatever, not use flat rates. Like it's wild. That's so wild. And then also she shows the communication back and forth between her and Janet that really does, in my opinion, show Janet as being not only conniving, and it makes her look pretty paranoid, in my opinion, like that's how I'm reading it. But then also it makes it like the certain questions she's asking, it really does seem like Janet is trying to like entrap her, not entrapment, but like kind of, as Shelly says, have a gotcha moment with her. And that's so messed up. But again, in my, like how I'm seeing this and how I am interpreting this, I'm thinking like it's more so just a whole manipulation. And it's so crazy. It's so wild. And it's really unfortunate. And after Janet, I guess, realized that Shelly wasn't going to sign, you know, a new thing with all these clauses, that she realized like, okay, no, that's going to make it to where she can just bill me for anything. Like that's not right. So after that, then Janette pulled out of the lawsuit and then sent Shelly all these invoices and bills that apparently came out to upwards of $161,000, even though they were on contingency, and Janet pulled out. But then again, like what do we expect from someone who will go rogue and threaten to sue me and YouTube and Google and Alphabet? What? It's so crazy. It is so crazy. So I don't know how this woman is still a barred attorney. It's wild. I don't know how she has not been disbarred. And please, if you have not had any experiences with her, I have. So yes, I reported her to the Illinois State Bar, but if you have not had an experience with her, do not report her. That's not okay. Do not do that. Also, don't go harass anyone I mentioned in this video. If you would like to support anyone's cause who has been personally victimized by Janette Brun, then please do donate to the GoFundMes. If you're able to, don't like stress yourself out. Don't be doing all that, okay? Please, 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 please do consider donating. I'm gonna donate right now, actually. All right, so I just donated $250 to her. That's not a brag, it's a business expense. I mean, shit, I did. That is funny. So she's not at $1,000 yet. By the time I post this video, or like a little bit after, y'all, please, please, can we support her? Please, please, please. Also, I am going to mention how much I donated so that it's a business expense, because I'm talking about it in a video. That's how that works, right? So I donated $250 to her, which actually, because of GoFundMe fees, it came out to like almost $300. That's crazy. But hey, that's not a brag. That's just me trying to scam the government. That's a joke. Calm down. Yeah, this is insane. Please support small businesses. There's a little synopsis on there, which is wonderful. She links literally every video that has been made about Janette Brun, which is amazing, hilarious, iconic, so great. And hey, I'm linked in there. Cool, I never saw that. Awesome. But please, please, please support her. Please support this cause. This is all just my own opinion, but this is crazy, and please go watch that video too. I appreciate you. Janette is batshit insane, in my opinion. It seems like she's doing the same thing, or rather has been doing the same thing that she's been doing with this person that she is now currently doing with the girlies, Jessie, Lily, Becca, and Kitty, because it's, you know, just the motion filings and, you know, switching things and requesting new things just to drag it out so much so that you are draining these people of more and more and more and more and more money. And that is wild. That is so wild. So please, 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 as Sabrina Carpenter says, please talk about this. Please spread this awareness. I really don't want this lady to continue to get away with this unethical, immoral. It is so frustrating to see this happen over and over again. And the fact that this was happening in the background for years before she even came after the girlies and all that. Like, it's so wild. And then the fact that Bunny XO has the audacity to say that Janette Brun is, again, no longer her lawyer, and she fired her over Janette trying to sue me, or threatening to sue me on Bunny's behalf. And yet a video about Bunny was taken down for copyright, falsely, for copyright, and Janette was the one that had it taken down. So, like, how is she not your lawyer if she's still working on your behalf? Are you still paying those fees? Do you not know where your money's going? Why are you lying? Are you lying? What's happening? I don't know. She invited me and Sherilyn to be on her podcast. And I was like, yeah, let's do it, as long as she, you know, doesn't edit it to where it looks like I'm not asking any questions or that I'm not actually sticking up for myself. I'll do it. I'll go. Invite Janet. Let's go. Support small businesses. Don't support people who use this lady as their lawyer. Unfortunately, Mama Tot and other people use her too. Like, with so much going on with this lady and about this lawyer, like, this lady meaning Janette, you can't just claim ignorance and be like, oh, she's just my lawyer. Oh, she like did this for me. And like, okay, if she did something for you and then like you haven't used her in a long time, like, okay. That's kind of like how the whole like Scentbird stuff, like I used to be sponsored by Scentbird and by Drift, which is owned by Scentbird. I have stopped all of those sponsorships, even turned down a $3,000 sponsorship from Drift. That hurt. But yeah, turned that down because they are owned by Scentbird, and I'm not okay with being sponsored by Scentbird. At first I was like, okay, the lady's a little bit crazy, CEO's a little bit wacky, a little bit zany. And then she was like, hey, Hitler's not that bad. And I was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and cancel these contracts. Goodbye. What? No, thank you. I will have a podcast episode coming out about that and a full deep dive too. So I will be talking about it. It's okay. But there's clearly a difference between like that and then like educating yourself, learning, knowing better, and then moving forward with it, opposed to still having her on the books after all this. Like, it's just not okay. And I'm not okay with it. And I think we need to support this girl. She's a girly. Certified girly now. I mean, she always has been, it seems like, but she's a certified girly. She's being victimized by Janette Brun. She meets the qualifications, you know? She's in the group. Come on, girl, we meet on Thursdays. Janet Victims Anonymous, but it's not anonymous. Please go follow her TikTok. I'll have it all down below. If this girl has done like crazy controversial stuff, I don't support that, obviously. I know not that much about her other than this specific case that she has put all that out there, and I've looked into it a little bit too, but I do want to support her in this. If you are able to give to the GoFundMe, please do. I just did. You hear that, Anna, my accountant? I just gave to this, and so now that is a business expense. She's gonna text me and be like, girl, that's not how that works. You know that. And I'm gonna be like, hey, mind your business. I appreciate y'all. If you are subscribed, please know that your butt looks so good. And you know what? You're a certified grandpa if you're subscribed. Wait, that says professional grandpa. All right. Anyways, appreciate you. Love you. Please be good. Do good. I don't know. Also, if you did not, two more things. I'm sorry. Three more things. Subscribe to the podcast channel, Here for the Clap podcast.
Why do y'all watch this channel?
It's linked down below. And also my new Instagram at totally not CCSUAREZ. It says I'm a grocery store. My other Instagram got suspended and I'm pretty sure I'm never going to get it back. So please do that. Share this video if you want, because Janette's out here acting a fool. And then also there is a recent video that I took down due to some not so great comments that I made in it. I was really heated. I lost it. I lost all of my cool in that video. At first I was like, okay, I just went too hard and insulted this person. And then I didn't realize that because I was ignorant. We can all be ignorant sometimes. My comments were not just not good. Like they can be, and many times are point blank are just, ableist, misogynistic. It was racist and then something else. I forgot what else. Sorry. I've been unmedicated this week due to the medication shortage, and it's ruining my life. I just wanted to say that I did post a community tab post about it, and not on my Instagram because I literally have 2,000 followers over there right now. And I wanted to put it on my biggest platform because I think that's what you should always do. And then I took the video down, and I don't stand by those comments that I made now that I have been educated on how those comments are rooted to, for lack of better phrasing. And yeah. And I'm sorry. There is an apology at the end of that video, but it wasn't good enough. So I just wanted to say that. Don't accept my apology. That's okay. That's none of my business. I just want to put that out there. Okay. All right. So mental health has been a doozy this week, and I hope that yours has been great. If it hasn't been, it's temporary, girl. All right. Or boy, or they, them. I don't know. It's temporary. We learn, we grow, we do better. And I have to go pick up my Nordstrom order and go get my medication. So appreciate you. Again, if you're subscribed, your butt looks so good and I appreciate you so much. And if you are not subscribed, you are dead to me. Share the GoFundMe, donate to it if you can. If you can't, just share it. I would appreciate that. And I'm sure Shelly Sahi would appreciate it too. And I will see you in my next video. Justice for the girlies, okay? Okay, goodbye.